Hello and welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast. My name is William Hemsworth. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. Well, today we're continuing our journey through Matthew chapter 5. We're going to look at verses 23 and 24 today. And if you didn't get a chance to listen to the show yesterday, Jesus is elaborating on the command of thou shalt not murder by saying even if you insult someone in anger, you call someone a fool, that you are liable for judgment. So he's elaborating on how we're to live with our neighbors, and it ties right in with today's passage. So again, Matthew chapter 5, verses 23 and 24 say, so when you are offering your gift at the altar, if you remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there before the altar and go. First be reconciled to your brother or sister, and then come and offer your gift. So very interesting passages today, and Jesus is not saying that, worship and praise are not important, because indeed they are, and we'll discuss that later on as we go through Matthew's Gospel. But here Jesus is, again, telling us, elaborating with us on how we are supposed to be living. All right, so true worship of God requires full reconciliation with one's neighbor. So basically, we can't be going to church with all this hate in our heart towards the person that's sitting in the pew next to us. So basically saying, don't hold a grudge. How hard is that? All of us have held a grudge at some point. I'm guilty as well. Here, Jesus is calling us to task. He's calling us to task in a very, very important way. Love your neighbor. Pray for those who persecute you. So if there's someone in your past that has done harm to you, or vice versa, if you've done harm to them, we need to reach out. Jesus is telling us to reach out. Extend that hand of peace. Extend that hand of friendship. Now you might be saying, what if they just slap it away? What if they have no interest in it? Well, you've done your duty. You've done what Jesus has asked you to do. So can you think of anyone in your, either now or in the past, that you have a grudge against because of something they've done? Do what Christ is telling you to do. I'm going to read verse 24 one more time. Leave your gift there before the altar and go. First be reconciled to your brother or sister, and then come and offer your gift. Again, Jesus is telling us that we must be reconciled with our neighbor. We need to at least make the attempt. A very hard lesson for a lot of us. A very hard lesson. But what if it was the other way? We've all sinned. We've all sinned against God. But yet he sent his son to die for us. He extended that olive branch to us. He wants us to do the same to others. God bless you guys. Thank you for joining me on this edition of the Daily Bible Podcast. As always, if you enjoy the show, please rate it. Please share it. God bless you guys. Thank you very much for listening.